Hi everyone, this is HKChess here, and in this video we're going to cover endgame number 1 of the book 100 Endgames You Must Know. So in this position we have pawn and king versus king, and in this kind of positions what the side with the pawn up should just ask one question, and that question is, can the pawn promote on its own without the help of the king? And in order to answer that question we should know the rule of the square. And the rule of a square is like this. So white pushes a4, and we should be, in order to see if the pawn can just promote, we have to draw a square here. And if the black king can just enter this square on the move, right? On the move, then the black king can just capture the pawn, and the pawn cannot promote on its own. But if not, in this case, the black king cannot enter the square, so the pawn can promote on its own, and this is winning. So, but if white doesn't realize this at first and just plays king g2, now it's just a draw if black knows how to do this. So if you play a4, now it doesn't work because the black king can just easily enter the square on the move. So this is just a draw, and we can even show it. We can even show a8 queen, but king can just capture. So that's about, this is the first position. We're gonna check the next position. So this is the second position in endgame number 1, and in this position again we have king and pawn versus king, but in here both kings are in front of the pawn, so the pawn can just promote on its own, and the white king should help the pawn to promote. And in order to do that, the white king should avoid the black king to get in front of the pawn. And to do this maneuver and get in front of the pawn to just capture the pawn. And the proper way to play this by the book is king c7. But this is not the only winning move, but we're going to show this first. So the black king realizes that he cannot get in front of the pawn, so he tries to capture the pawn from the side, but it's not gonna work because this just the pawn is protected and just gonna queen on the next two moves. So, but this is not the only winning move, the only winning way. White can just push b4, and the black king can go e8. We push b5, d8, and if we push b6, this is not winning. This is just a draw because black king can get in front of the pawn, and b7, and this is just a draw. Why is a draw? Because you either have to leave the pawn or just keep defending the pawn, and it's just a stalemate. These two squares are covered by the pawn, and these two squares are covered by the king. And the black king is not in check, and this is draw by stalemate. But in order to play this king d8, we have to be careful to play king b7 here. And now we can just easily win it. We can just easily win it. Give a check and just b8 queen, and we just promote. So this is another way to win, and but even if black wants to draw this and white doesn't even know anything about this endgame and just pushes before, it is not guaranteed that black can draw this, because if black doesn't know how to play this, if black goes d8 instead of e8, it's just not gonna work. Even if white doesn't know this, white doesn't know that this could be dangerous, and it is still not gonna be a draw because you have this move and you just promote, and white is winning. So even if you are black and you're a pawn down and you want to draw this, you still need to know the endgame to be able to draw this, because this is not winning, this is winning. And that's about it. This is the first video. This is the first endgame number 1. In the next one, we're going to check out endgame number 2. So have a nice day.